Welcome back to the show, everybody. Carter Lutz, Cooper Schoenberg on to help us break down the college football national championship. I do want to clarify, I mentioned Carson Beck might be a little older than what he was. Starting quarterback at Miami, he's 23 years old. Carter, he's only a couple months older than Fernando
Fernando
Mendoza.
Mendoza. Let's not blow things out of proportion here. Let's get our facts right.
That's right. Don't let the facts get in the way of a good story. So
6-year, get a life, dude.
My mistake on that. All right, so here we go. Championship game coming up on Monday. First of all, we'll start with you, Carter. You had an opportunity to call the national semifinal for your school?
Yes, I did at the festival in Arizona. It was absolutely tremendous. And it was a little bit of a weird vibe because Miami didn't expect to be there, but they were favorites. And so a lot of unknown going into the game. You didn't really know what to expect, but it was just absolutely tremendous and super, super blessed to have the call for student radio. As I said, I set the bar pretty high for my future. So see how I can break that. But yeah, it was amazing.
No, it's a great opportunity. I mean, honestly, it's a great opportunity for you. So kudos on that. And Coop, you were at, which game were you at?
I was at the Rose Bowl, which was magical in itself. A lot of fun getting to watch an absolute dismantle of Alabama, such an overrated team. And then I was right across the street at Kilroy's, indulging in some good beverages and having a lot of fun with my friends. And really the whole school. I remember we got back and there were fireworks going off in the street that we could see from our balcony here at our house. So that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, incredible. Of course, Kilroy's is a staple there in Bloomington, Indiana. I've never been on Miami's campus, actually, but I think I applied there, actually, way back in the day. But you guys are living right now. There was some talk, and I'm just curious about this. So if they ever were to make a movie about the turnaround of Indiana football, right, go from the losingest program in college football history. Last year, they made the college football playoff. This year, they're 15-0, unbeaten, heading in. They will be the favorites heading into the championship game. I believe Curt Cignetti was asked, who might star him in a movie. Is there anybody that comes to mind as far as who you think might star Curt Cignetti in a film?
Yeah, no, I could, trying to be modest and humble, I could definitely see like a Christian Bale or like a Leonardo DiCaprio playing him. As for Fernando, it could be a toss up between like a Glenn Powell. I know he's got that Chad Powers thing going on right now. Maybe Austin Butler, but again, just, in my humble opinion, because at the end of the day, these guys are already superstars. So why can't a movie star not play them?
There you go.
Wow. I was thinking your boy Tom Holland could play Mendoza. I feel like I could see that.
Yeah, he could do that. I mean, I'm a short king myself.
You can maybe play him.
I don't know if he's tall enough to play 6'5", 225, absolute stud and a moose of a Heisman quarterback. So we can give it to Glenn Powell, but Tom can get, second or third dibs at it. He can be the understudy.
Neither one of you will be on site on Monday night, correct?
I might go tailgate outside the stadium.
Okay. Will you guys be in contact on Monday night throughout the game? What does that look like?
I think we should maybe set the rules right now. Like, should there be a 24-hour ban? Should we have a phone call before? I don't know who to approach. Johnny, maybe you can be the mediator.
I'll be the mediator. I think there's a 24-hour window. I think you watch it on your own, and then you kind of let things settle, and then maybe the next day, at some point on Tuesday, maybe it's a congratulatory text. I don't know. I mean, I don't know your friendship like you guys do. So
the issue with that is that, one, we have group chats with other kids, and obviously whoever's winning is going to have to send videos and whatnot. And number two is Cooper already said the game is over. So if he already said the game is over and we win, I'm hopping on his throat. So there's no 24-hour rule. I think we just got to go right into it.
Yeah, hop on my throat. See that happen. See how that happens. Anyways. I don't know. Almost like a Yom Kippur type festivity. Yeah. Maybe when the sun sets, we stop texting, and then when it sets again the next day, then we can start texting. We'll see. There might need to be a little bit of a hiatus, a little break, but only time will tell.
All right. So real thoughts, because I know what it's like when you're rooting for your favorite team. And I know you guys are huge Detroit sports fans, and it's different, like the Tigers being in the playoffs or the Lions in the playoffs or the Pistons in the playoffs, whatever, the Wings, hopefully this year. But when it is your team, what would you say? Would you say is your level of confidence? How much of it is like a reservation of, like, let's say for you, Coop, you're 15-0. We're talking about making a movie about Indiana. If they go and get beat, now all of a sudden it's like, hey, it's a feel-good story. And then Miami's national champs is like, do you almost have to win this national championship in order to feel good about what Indiana football has done?
If he doesn't, he's done for.
You
Because
do.
we're making movies about Big Ten championships right now. I don't know. That's kind of crazy to me.
All right, shut your ginger mouth. No, you do, because I forgot what he said that I actually did give him a compliment on. It was, no ring, no thing, whatever it was. But it's the cherry on top. You need it to make the movie, to have the Cinderella story complete. If we don't win, it would definitely be heartbreaking. Now, you asked about my confidence level. The confidence is through the roof. It's a 10 out of 10. We absolutely murdered Alabama, and we absolutely dismantled the Oregon Ducks. We went duck hunting, all right? And we broke that O over our thigh like a Bo Jackson baseball bat. Now, looking on to Miami, they really don't have much. I mean, Carson Beck is a bona fide scrub. Mario Cristobal is a subpar coach at that compared to a Kirk Cinetti. And our defense is just filled with a bunch of dogs. And Akeem Mesidor, Jacoby, what is it? What's the last name?
Thomas.
Yeah, Jesse, I don't even know, so I don't really care that much.
And TikTok edits of him.
Ruben Bain, they're good players. They're good players. But when you get a D'Angelo Ponds, a Miami native himself of Chaminade, a prestigious high school, playing against these quacks of Canes, whatever you call them, Sebastian, who's naming what tough school is naming their mascot Sebastian? All right. We have a bison. All right. 10 out of 10, confidence level through the roof. Not really worried at all. Just, looking back to sit back, relax, getting rowdy with the boys and the girls here in Bloomington, Indiana. It's going to be fun to watch, and it's going to be even more fun to celebrate in style.
Carter, your rebuttal?
Listen, Cooper had it earlier talking about the team thing. I saw Mendoza say the team goes together like chicken and rice. That is what they have against Miami. I think they are more of a team by a little bit. But to talk about talent, to talk about individual players is just outrageous. It's wrong. And it's going to come back to bite you in the ass, plain and simple, because you got first-round picks all over the offensive and defensive line. What other teams have you played that have a team like that? Because we know the game starts with the trenches, right, Cooper? What other team have you played that has that kind of talent on the line?
I mean, both of us, we beat OSU, both of us, so we'll give a pat on our back. I think it's when you play a fifth-seeded Oregon and you beat them on the road, and then you go and it's practically a home game inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium, just a sea of crimson and white, maybe a speck of green. That's what makes us so special. So
how many Oregon Duck alumni do you know?
I mean, 2 Oregon wins, an Ohio State win, Alabama, kind of shite. Not going to talk that much or brag about that win, but it's just what we do. I mean, 56-20, a 34-point win. That is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. We're going to start off hot. We're going to finish hot. D'Angelo Ponds, as I just mentioned, one of the best players in all of college football, one of the best defensive players on our team, because we have multiples just like him. That's why we are so good. Starting that game off with a pick six, I think we're going to do the same to a rattled Carson Beck. And, from start to finish, it's just going to be stomping on their necks.
Here's what Miami has that makes them different. Last game against Ole Miss, they controlled the clock for 3/4 of the game. We know that Dante Moore gave you 3 touchdowns early on last week. That was good. You guys took him and ran with it. You took advantage of it. But Miami has a championship style, and it reminds you of the way that SEC football teams used to win national championships when they won one with Kirby Smart in Georgia and the Alabama dynasty and whatnot. It starts with the offensive line. We know Miami is going to run the football well. Your boy Mark Fletcher Jr. is averaging 7 yards per carry in the playoffs. We know Miami is going to take care of the football. Carson Beck, 2 interceptions since November 1st. I know you love that stat and didn't expect that one. It's okay. You'll be able to handle it when you see it at Hard Rock. But anyway, we're going to close things out with the defense. This defense is moving differently. They attack the ball. They pursue all around the talent, the team, the way this thing is going, a home national championship. Cooper has enough evidence, enough feeling to feel good about this. I'm happy for him. He should feel good about it. But you know what? To pronounce the game is over, take the 8 points if you can. This is going to be a close one. This is going to be a fun one, and I'm excited.
Let's come back to this.
All right. Love you guys. That was very good stuff. And I'm rooting for both of you guys. Obviously, I know only one team can win. I hope it's a great national championship game. I think most of our listeners are hoping the same. The two best teams in football will meet on Monday night at 7:30 on ESPN. Best of luck to you both.
And for the Hoosiers!
We'll check back in with you once this game concludes. All right, that's Carter Lutz from the University of Miami and Cooper Schoenberg from Indiana University, their preview of the College Football National Championship. Stay with us. We'll preview the NFL Divisional Round playoffs coming up next.